Shadow Commander Vex Thul crouched in the twisted wreckage of what had once been the research station on Kepler-7, his predatory sensors scanning the smoke-filled corridors. Around him, the 12 elite members of the hegemony's most feared assassination unit moved with deadly precision through the ruins, their adaptive camouflage flickering as they navigated the debris. Target confirmed, isolated in Section C7, reported his lieutenant, Korath, his voice a subsonic whisper through their neural link. Single human marine, cut off from his unit during the initial assault. No backup, no escape route. Vex Thul's mandibles clicked with satisfaction. The Void Hunters had been dispatched to eliminate the human research team studying ancient artifacts on this remote world. The mission had been textbook perfect, swift, surgical, overwhelming force applied to a small, lightly defended facility. Only one obstacle remained. Staff Sergeant Marcus Chen, United Earth Marine Corps. Thermal imaging shows the target has taken position in the central laboratory, Korath continued. His optical sensors processing data streams invisible to lesser species. He appears to be waiting. That should have been Vex Thul's first warning. The Void Hunters were not ordinary soldiers. Each member was a genetically enhanced apex predator selected from warrior castes across the hegemony's conquered territories. They possessed natural stealth capabilities that rendered them nearly invisible, reflexes that operated at superhuman speeds, and weapons that could disintegrate matter at the molecular level. 13 elite alien killers against one isolated human. Standard termination protocol, Vex Thul ordered. Surround and eliminate. This primitive cannot have survived our initial assault through skill, merely luck. End this quickly. The kill squad moved through the station's corridors like liquid death, their movements coordinated through shared tactical consciousness. They had eliminated entire military installations with fewer numbers. One human, regardless of his species' recent reputation for tenacity, would be a trivial conclusion to an already successful mission. The laboratory was a vast circular chamber filled with research equipment and artifact containment units. As the Void Hunters approached from multiple vectors, their sensors detected the human's heat signature behind an overturned table in the center of the room. Target acquired, whispered Hunter Zaxlin from the eastern approach. Clear line of fire. Negative, Vex Thul's tactical mind processed the situation. Something is wrong. Why has he not moved? Why is he not attempting to flee or find better cover? The answer came when Hunter Gorthal, approaching from the northern corridor, suddenly stumbled. His adaptive camouflage flickered, and his neural link transmitted a burst of confused data before going silent. Gorthal, report? Vex Thul demanded. Instead of his hunter's voice, a calm human voice echoed through the chamber. Step on a landmine, did he? Sorry about that. Made them myself from your own demolition charges. Vex Thul's optical sensors swept the area around Gorthal's last position. The hunter was gone, not dead, but literally gone. No body, no trace, just a small crater and scattered organic matter. Impossible, Korath hissed. The human has no access to advanced weaponry. Our scans detected only primitive projectile weapons. Your scans, Chen's voice came from a different location now, though their thermal imaging still showed his heat signature behind the central table, detected what I wanted them to detect. Hunter Nexavar, moving along the western wall, reported contact, then his transmission cut to static. This time, the sound was different. Not an explosion, but something else. Something quieter. Nexavar's vital signs just flatlined, reported Hunter Kyloth. No energy discharge detected, no weapons fire. How is the human eliminating our forces? Vex Thul studied the tactical display, his enhanced mind processing dozens of variables. The human's heat signature remained stationary, but his hunters were being eliminated one by one. It should have been impossible. Kyloth, advance from the south corridor but maintain. The transmission ended mid-sentence. This is not possible, Vexthal snarled. We are the apex predators of 40-star systems. Our reaction times are beyond human comprehension. Our senses can detect molecular changes in atmosphere. How is one primitive human soldier? Because, Chen's voice interrupted, now coming from directly above them, you're not hunting a human. You're being hunted by one. The thermal signature behind the table flickered and dissolved a thermal decoy, Vexthal realized with growing horror. The human had never been where their sensors indicated. Rule 1 of human military doctrine, Chen continued, his voice seeming to come from everywhere and nowhere. Never fight fair. Rule 2, the enemy's advantages become his weaknesses when properly exploited. Vexthal's remaining 7 hunters began reporting contact, but not with the human, with each other. Their shared tactical consciousness, designed to coordinate their movements, was being manipulated somehow. They were tracking false signals, attacking shadows, eliminating each other in the confusion. Your hunters see in spectrums I can't match, Chen explained, his voice calm and educational. But that means they can't see in normal visible light when I temporarily blind their enhanced senses. Your reflexes are faster than mine, but they're programmed to respond to movement patterns, so I simply don't move the way you expect. Hunter Vorthak's screams echoed through the chamber, brief, then silent. Your weapons can disintegrate matter, Chen continued, but they need time to charge. My weapons are kinetic, instantaneous. Your armor adapts to energy attacks, but it turns out a simple projectile fired from the right angle still works fine. 6 hunters remained. Most importantly, Chen added, and now Vexthal could hear the human moving, though his sensors detected nothing. You've spent so long being the apex predator that you forgot the most important rule of hunting. 5 hunters. Always know what you're hunting. 4. Vexthal found himself alone, standing in a chamber filled with the evidence of his unit's complete elimination. The human's thermal signature finally appeared not as a hidden sniper, but walking casually out of the shadows, a primitive projectile weapon in his hands and absolutely no fear in his eyes. You want to know how one human marine eliminated the galaxy's most elite kill squad? Chen asked, stopping just outside optimal striking distance. It's simple. You came here to hunt a human. Vexthal's combat instincts screamed at him to attack, but his tactical mind finally understood the trap. Every advantage his species possessed had been systematically turned against them by an opponent who had studied their capabilities and prepared accordingly. But I've been hunting killers like you my entire career, Chen concluded. And humans, Commander, are very good at killing things that need to be killed. As Vexthal made his final desperate attack, he realized the galaxy's assessment of human military capability had been catastrophically underestimated. They weren't just tenacious. They were terrifying,